You hear the words. They hang in the air between you, sharp and cold as shards of glass. I don't need a man. It's not shouted, it's stated, a fact delivered with the finality of a judge's gavel. And in that moment, the world tilts. The warmth you thought you were building together vanishes, replaced by an arctic chill. You look at her, searching for the person you thought you knew, but her eyes are polished stones. There is no negotiation in her gaze, no room for connection, only a verdict. You offered your heart, your strength, your partnership, and she has classified it as unnecessary. This feeling with this sudden dizzying sense of worthlessness, it's not an accident. It's psychology. More than that, it's a strategy. When she says, I don't need a man, she is not making a declaration of independence. She is making a declaration of war. This isn't about female empowerment. Let's be perfectly clear on that. True strength doesn't need to announce itself by invalidating others. True strength coexists, it collaborates, it connects. This phrase, in the mouth of a narcissist, is something else entirely. It's a weapon of devaluation. The narcissistic mind operates on a simple, brutal principle: power. All relationships are transactions of power. To maintain control, the narcissist must always occupy the higher ground. She must be the one who needs less. By saying, I don't need you, she frames your love, your presence, not as a gift to be cherished, but as an accessory she can choose to discard. This places you in a permanent state of audition. You must constantly prove your worth. You must perform to be kept. The statement isn't about her, it's about you. It's a preemptive strike against your ego. The goal is to destabilize you, to make you feel small so she can feel big. It's a foundational move in her grand strategy, to create an imbalance where she is the prize and you are the eternal contestant. Let me tell you a story. Think of a man we'll call Elias. Elias was a builder, not of houses but of bridges. He sought connection in everything he did. Then he met Lilith. She was a sculpture of ice and sharp angles, beautiful and untouchable. Elias saw a challenge. He thought his warmth could melt her. He would bring her gifts. A songbird he'd carved from wood, a rare flower he'd found in the woods. She would smile, a thin, sharp smile, and say, It's lovely, but I don't need a man to bring me pretty things. I can get them myself. Each gift, each gesture of his love was reframed as a weakness, an implication that she couldn't provide for herself. When he had a nightmare, he reached for her. She pulled away. You must learn to soothe your own demons, Elias. I don't need a man who is a child in the dark. She wasn't teaching him strength, she was teaching him isolation. She was severing every bridge he tried to build to her, leaving him stranded on an island of his own anxiety. And the cruelest part? Just as he would start to accept the distance, to believe he was truly alone, she would return with a sudden intoxicating warmth. I'm sorry, she'd whisper. I'm just so used to being strong. I forget that I want you. I don't need you, but I want you. Do you see the game? The distinction between want and need is the narcissist's favorite loophole. Need implies vulnerability. It implies equality. A narcissist cannot tolerate either. Want is a choice, a privilege she grants you, a privilege she can and will revoke at any moment. It pulls you back in, desperate for the warmth, willing to do anything to keep the want from disappearing again. This is the cycle. Devalue, discard, retrieve. The war is not a single battle, but a long, grueling campaign to erode your reality. The transformation happens when you stop listening to the words and start observing the pattern. One day, Lilith pushed him away again. The usual script, the usual coldness. But this time, Elias didn't crumble. He didn't beg. He didn't wait. He saw the phrase not as a reflection of his own inadequacy, but as a symptom of her deep-seated fear. Her I don't need a man was a fortress wall. Not to keep others out, but to keep her own terrifying vulnerability in. She didn't need a man because needing anyone meant trusting them. It meant giving them the power to hurt her. And a narcissist's entire world is built to prevent that. The war she wages is against her own humanity. Elias turned, and for the first time he walked away. He didn't build a bridge back. He began to build something for himself, a home with doors and windows. So when you hear those words, I don't need a man, listen carefully. It is not the anthem of a strong woman you are hearing. It is the first shot fired in a psychological war. A war you were never meant to win. It is a test to see if you will abandon your own needs to serve hers. A test to see if you will set yourself on fire to keep her warm. It's a symptom of a profound inability to connect, masquerading as a display of strength. Don't enlist in this war. Don't try to win it. You cannot heal a person who uses your love as a weapon against you. The only winning move is not to play. Recognize the declaration for what it is and retreat. Your peace is the territory you must protect. It is the only kingdom worth ruling.